Hello. I just thought I'd do a quick video to show you what's involved in my functional fitness class. I get asked a lot, what is functional fitness? Functional fitness is just being fit enough to cope with everyday living. So I don't know if you've noticed that getting upstairs might be more difficult. I know quite a lot of people our age have gone to a shower rather than a bath because they can't get in and out the bath. Just life in general becomes a little bit more difficult. Well, functional fitness aims to sort of combat that and make you fit enough to cope with everyday life. And then the other thing I get asked is, well, apart from do I have to wear Lycra, and this is a Lycra free zone, I have to say, is will it be all right for me? People have an idea that it's sort of aerobics or go for the burn or no pain, no gain. Well, I want to assure you that that is certainly not my class. For my class, what you would need is you need a chair without arms, and if you have one, an exercise band like this. If you don't have one, you can still do the exercises. Don't worry if you haven't got one. You can still do the movements of the exercises. I'm just going to show you a couple of exercises that we do just to reassure you that it is quite easy and it is for everybody. One of the ones that I like doing, or I like to encourage people to do, is a squat. Now don't panic, but I'm not asking you to do a full squat. Getting your thighs and your bum muscles strong. Getting all your muscles strong is really important. Just let me digress for a moment, because as we get older we lose muscle mass. Unless we exercise, we lose muscle mass, and that is why you find it more difficult stepping up. Some people find it difficult stepping up onto the curb, or stepping up onto a bus or what have you. And that's because we're losing muscle mass, and unless you do strengthening exercises, you will lose muscle mass. And you may not notice that your muscles are disappearing because where the muscles were, fat sort of insinuates itself. So you may not notice a difference in the size of your limbs. It's usually your limbs, but you will notice a difference in their performance. Anyway, the reason these exercises are for everyone is because you can do them totally at your own level. So with the squat, if you really haven't exercised for a long time, you can sit in the chair and you put your hands on your knees and stand up, and then see if you can sit down in a controlled fashion without using your arms. If you can do that quite easily, the next stage up is if you can stand up swinging your arms for momentum and then back down again. If that's easy peasy, sit in the chair, put your hands here so as you're not tempted to use them, and just stand up and then sit down in a controlled fashion. I'll show you that from the front. Try not to let your knees come in. It's just standing up and sitting down. Okay? If you can do that, if you think, whew, nothing to it, then you're ready. You may be ready for the full squat. Now, a full squat is sitting without the chair. So if you notice how people sit, if you sit, you stick your bottom out. You don't do that. It's sticking it right out. Does my bum look big in this? So your feet are hip width apart, at least hip width apart, maybe even slightly wider. Try not to let your knees come in. If your thighs are weak, the temptation is for your knees to come in, and your knees should never go forward over your toes. So your feet are hip width apart, and I'm going to go side on so as I can show you. And you stick your bottom out as if you're going to sit down. Now you don't have to go right down. If you go to there, just where you catch yourself, and your thighs are working, and your bum muscles are working, your glutes, that's absolutely fine. As you get stronger, you will find that you naturally go down. Okay? So that's that's one exercise that we do. So you can see, you can do it in the chair or you can do it freestanding if you want. Another one we do, which is just very easy in the warm-up, is just putting one hand up and the other one comes back. And this mobilizes your shoulders. It keeps your shoulders nice and flexible. It's good for your back muscles because your back muscles are pulling your arms. Quite a lot of people, until they decide to exercise, don't realise that they have lost flexibility in their shoulders. Some people do. Some people have got frozen shoulders. Some people have damaged their rotator cuffs. But quite a lot of people don't know that they can't get their arms by their ears. They only go to there. And the thing is, if you're doing this, don't force it. If your arm only goes to there, that's absolutely fine. Just do it where your arm goes to. By constantly moving it, it will help to loosen it. But forcing it will damage it and won't do anything for it. So that probably shows you the type of the level at the exercises. You can make them. Yeah, we use the band. I'll show you one with a band as well, which is a rowing one. We sit in the chair. Our feet are out in front of us. I'll show you this. Out to the side like that, toes pulled back, and you loop the band over your feet. If you haven't got a band, you can just do the arm movements. And now I'm going to turn the chair to face you so that you can see what my arms are doing. You're sitting on the edge of the chair, by the way. Heels on the ground, toes pulled back. Now your heels stay on the ground the whole time. You're sitting up nice and straight. Your arms are the only things that move. You've got quite a lot of tension. This is what's good about a band, because you can increase or decrease the tension. You can get different strengths of bands as well. And all you're doing is pulling back like this. Okay? Just pulling back. You're not going up. You're not going up like that. If you haven't got a band, just do the movement. You don't get as much benefit without the band, obviously, but you still get benefit because you're still moving. And it's your arms. This is not so much your arms, it's your shoulders and your back that you're exercising when you're doing that. One last one that we do is balance. We look after balance. We have the chair there. You can hold on to it or not as you like. And we just balance on one leg. We do various other things, but we do it. But balancing on one leg is really important. But you've got the chair there. But a lot of our exercises, you're practicing your balance without knowing it. In the warm-up, we have a sort of little routine that we do, and that increases your strength and balance as well, whilst being very gentle and warming you up at the same time. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you think you would like to do the functional fitness class, it's on Wednesdays at 5 to 11. I go at 5 to, it starts at 11, but I go at 5 to 11 to get people time to get settled in, and sometimes I do a little talk about muscle wastage or whatever is the current bee in my bonnet on that particular day. So, really nice to see you. Well, I can't see you, and I hope you take advantage of it.